Hi, I'm Kim Holley, owner of Whistle Jacket Training here in Redmond, Washington. This is Debutante, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get your horse to canter on the lunge line. When you're lunging your horse, you need some equipment. You need a good lunge line, like this. You need a lunging whip, and you should be wearing gloves. Sometimes your horse can run off and try to pull against the lunge line, and you want to be able to protect your hands while you're lunging. So let's get started. You should give them a few minutes to walk around and a little bit of time to trot, to warm up before we start our canter. You also want to make sure by doing this that you have established your walk and trot commands with your horse. Before you start to canter your horse, you should make sure that your horse understands these commands and is listening to you. The commands you're going to use while you're lunging are through the words that you tell your horse for walk, trot, and canter. You also can use clucking and a kissing sound, and that's what we will use to get our horse to canter. Our body language is also important while we're lunging, and the horse will respond to our body language, and I will show you that in a moment. Now that our horse has walked around a little, we're going to start our trot. And again, we're going to let her trot for a couple circles here to get warmed up. As she's trotting, I'm looking to see if my horse is relaxed, if her attention is staying on me, or if she's distracted. When I do ask her to canter, she might get excited, and I want to make sure that she's listening to me before we do that. This is her warming up as she coughs and snorts. So now I'm going to see if she's listening to my commands. I'm going to ask her to come back to walk. And walk. And walk. Good girl. Now we can trot again. And trot. Now I have a good feel that she's listening, so I'm ready to ask her for the canter. I'm going to start by saying the word to her, and then I'm going to use a kissing sound. And canter. Now since our horse was listening, she started cantering right away. You can see she's having a little bit of fun with it, tossing her head around. And there she relaxes a little more. Now we're going to do it again. I'll bring her back to trot and trot. Good. Now, if my horse didn't listen when I asked her the first time for the canter, there are a couple of other things I can do. Now you can see she's listening because she heard me say that word. Trot. I can use my whip. Walk, trot. I can bring that up behind her to encourage her to go more forward. I can also walk toward her if she wasn't listening. By stepping toward her, I'm giving her body language that says, move away from me. And canter. And canter, and canter. Good girl. So there I moved toward her. She was actually a little confused by it. And then when I gave her the kissing sound, she knew what she was supposed to do. Good girl. So that is how you get your horse to canter on the lunge line.